What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. I believe it's literally exactly 9 o'clock. I was so hyped up, so eager to start going with this. I was like, all right, let's do it. And WonderCon 2024, lots of stuff. I feel like you guys probably already know what I'm most excited about because finally, one of my biggest wants got knocked off, got crossed off, and a couple others that I was kind of hoping for also got scratched off. Surprisingly, not for JoJo Classified series, but let's break it down. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in for a special Saturday Night Live. That's a good ring to it. Maybe I'll use it for something else. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Jamelin Parks, what a treat. What's up, Jamelin? Happy to see you. As always, my friend. What's up? What's up with you? 80s kid from the 90s. We got him. We finally got him. They announced the Retro Cobra Commander. Let's go. Did they? Matthew Matson. Evening. What's going on, man? Snake Eyes. Howdy. Rick Johnson. Bring on the McFarlane Toys. Try to see what your avatar is. I can see Wonder Woman and Superman clearly. Is that Batman there too? I like looking at some of these avatars. Charlie Pendleton. Sup? What's going on, Charlie? How are you? James Green, what's up? What's up? Good. What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, man? How are you tonight? Afton Child, hey. Kelly Cox, hey, Jeff. What's up, Kelly? Hey, everyone. Wookie Sasquatch, I just happened to drop in just in time. What's up? How are you on this fine Saturday? It was nice and warm out here in Maryland. Dapper Plastic, good day, sir. And chat. What's up, DBP? How are you tonight? All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about all this great stuff that we saw. First off, I want to talk about something we saw a little bit earlier, not this weekend, but I definitely want to address it and give it its proper showcase, if just for a few moments. Action Figure Attack, aka Steve Ozer, showed off the newest wave of WWE Legends, and it's the anniversary of Hulkamania, so we are getting slammed with Hulk Hogan figures. This Real American one, though, is a pretty cool variant. It's got him rocking, hanging and banging, if you will. Got the Stars and Stripe guitar, and he's got the Shades of Hulkamania shirt without the nasty rip in there. He's got the cowboy boots. That's really fun. Maybe it'll come with a big backdrop with the American flag. 3-minute warning is also here. So in the blue, we've got Rosie, and that's kind of cool. When I first saw these pictures, from a very blurry distance, I said, oh man, Public Enemy? Nah. No, it's 3-minute warning. So that's really fun. Kind of cool to see these guys in the line. I didn't think this was going to be something that I would want, but I kind of think it's cool to get them. And then the pre-Umaga Jamal. So we got both of those guys. But to me, the standout, the one that I'm most excited about is Big Bubba Rogers. You see he is actually holding the UWF title. That's awesome. New belts working there. We got a Terry Gordy figure with Executioner. So now we've got 2 title holders of that UWF title. Now we just need a one-man gang. Woo! And Dr. Death Steve Williams will have all of the UWF champions, sadly, in our collection now. So that's really exciting, really cool. Big Bubba also comes with a variant. So you see they've got the old school Big Bubba head sculpt, and it's got the little fluffy, scruffy hair. But they've also got the 95 head sculpt, which is awesome because when he returned to WCW from his long tenure in WWF as a big boss man, he was circulating through different gimmicks. And one of those was a Big Bubba, where he teamed up with Earthquake to go against Sting and crew. So it's really cool to get both of these versions, and I'm really excited about that. Just the fact that they gave us the UWF title, it's amazing. So very cool, very excited about that. 3-minute warning. I know, Jalen was like, they actually made those? Is that Big Boss Man 2? Big Bubba. So, of course, I'm going to have to limit my scope to, all right, UWF, but we got Big Bubba. I mean, Big Bubba was the bodyguard for 3 particular men we do not have in WWE Elite form yet. Maybe Jim Cornette's not going to happen, but I would love to see beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express. So here's hoping. We already have a Dusty Rhodes, so he has somebody else to fight. So that's exciting. So we're getting some more headway in that. And of course, with the Big Bubba, we could probably get a Mid-South / UWF Ted DiBiase. I'd be all on board for that. Maybe Terry Taylor, who knows? Hacksaw Jim Duggan should certainly be in the mix there. So very excited about that. Snow Glare, Hulk America. Wookiee Sasquatch, those are 6 inches. So are they 6 inches or 7 inches? Of course, I don't have any wrestling figures nearby. They're more 6 inches than 7. They actually are scaled appropriately, so the taller ones are probably closer to 7 inches, but that's because they should be, not because no one knows how to do scale over Mattel. So very excited to get those guys in the collection. James Green, that's a must pick up. 3-minute warding figures and that Hogan. Yeah, that is a very cool one. I mean, they've done so many Hogan figures, and it's like, do I need any more? But this is a really cool variant. So I really like that one. That's just something. It's not the typical Hogan figure, so really like that. That's a great addition to the line. Now let's talk about WonderCon reveals, because I'm sure that's what you all are here for. Let's talk about it. Let's start going. And pretty much in blanket statement, I think all these photos I'm going to be showing you, because I was not at WonderCon, are courtesy of MCU Collector. So thank you, MCU Collector. Really appreciate you out there doing all the hard work, the good work for us here, those of us who weren't able to attend. So we can almost kind of feel like we're at all these panels. So first up, let's talk about McFarlane Toys. And I'll just go through the stuff I don't care about as much first, but just in case the rest of you all do. The movie maniacs. So we've got the 40-year-old virgin, the Big Lebowski. I think he's the only one who really makes sense with this format because he doesn't need to pose. And we've got Matthew McConaughey, hey, from Dazed and Confused. That's kind of fun. So we've got all those guys, and that is really, really cool. Shout out to Brian. I mean, you got to do that. You can't just run up here and take people's photos. You got to give credit where it's due. Jason Hibbert, Mattel pays the bills with Hogan. Oh, brother, you know it. I mean, that time when they had to take him off for a while because he let loose his lips, flying off some craziness, they were hurting really hard. So I think we're all happy to see that he's back so we can commemorate the legend of Hulk Hogan and not Terry Bollea. Lefty Team Lions BK, ayo, what's going on? Surprise, surprise, surprise. As Harvey Whippleman would say. So we got these guys, and for those of you who like this line, I think 40-year-old virgin's a fun-looking figure. He doesn't need to pose, but I think the Lebowski is really fun in that. Then we got more movie maniacs. We got Trinity. We've got Neo. Where the heck is Morpheus? But I assume we'll see them in more of these movie maniacs. Are you all excited about these? Do you like those figures? I just kind of feel like he does them. I don't feel like there's a huge audience for him, but maybe somebody out there is excited. Snow Glare. Those would be amazing licenses for action figures. Yeah. If only we could get some posable Neo and Trinity and the whole gang. Tom Finn, 2018. What's up, my friend? Trivia. Who wrote I'm a Real American? And what was his album rock radio hit from the 70s? Now you got me. Tom Derringer. And Real American, it also was not for Hogan. It was for the US Express. They were rocking that first. Kelly Cox, the real dude for my shelf. Always fun to get something. And I think he really works well for that format. He needs to look at more of those for them. Rick Derringer. Snow Glare got it. Excuse me. All right, so let's go in. Let's talk DC Multiverse because I feel like he had a lot to show in this. And some stuff I'm really excited about. Some stuff, not quite sure what I'm thinking about it. First up, the Batman Forever wave. And this is cool. Todd is doing exactly what I thought he would do when he started off with Batman and Robin. He's working his way backwards. So that's fun. We got the Riddler. We got Two-Face, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones. We got Chris O'Donnell's Robin. And we got Batman. With a Build-A-Figure Nightmare Bat. I don't even know kind of where that makes sense. I guess so. Sure. Why not? I think I'm trying to remember who Nicole Kidman's character was in the movie. I think maybe she would have made for a better Build-A-Figure than a bat. I guess you could just randomly use this for your collection with Batman figures anyway. So there you go. But I do think that this is interesting because if you're getting these four characters, which you would, I mean, these are the four main characters from Batman Forever. Thank you, Jamlin. I totally blanked on her name. Totally. I used to love that movie poster. I had it on my wall forever, even though that movie was kind of to me. But I thought the poster was really well done. And yes, I mean, I think this is cool. This makes sense. You're not going to want to get just Batman and Robin. You'd want to get Two-Face. You want to get Riddler. So there you go. And of course, there's variant chase potential with the Riddler. So you've got that option too. Maybe that's where you get a 2-pack with Chase. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yep, Derringer's album radio hit, rock radio hit was Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. That's what it was. I got you. Penguin. Ha! Fitting that you're responding on the Batman comment here. Todd was probably against even using Nicole Kidman's characters for his own reason. Does he have some beef with her? I've never heard that. But it's weird because I feel like she's the only character that I can think that would make sense to include in this. Now, otherwise, you'd have the full deal. So, yeah. Jamlin, same. I had all the posters, even Batman and Robin. They did great work on those posters. I mean, they were just outstanding. Batman Forever is probably my favorite of all of them, though. Snow Glare. That has bare feet. That's the real reason. Had to reuse the Todd bare feet mold. I got you. So there we go. And I think Two-Face and Riddler look great. I hope they can pose worth anything because they look really outstanding. The Robin looks so much better in these colors than the Batman and Robin version. And Val Kilmer's Batman was kind of all right, but this outfit looks cool. And definitely a great way to get the whole set. You don't have a missing leftover character like Bane from the Batman and Robin wave, but it's a really nice setup and good to get all of them right away. We get some more comic book figures. I'm sorry, not comic book yet. We got Batman Begins. We got Lucius Fox. We got the Tumbler. I really wish they had given us a 2-scale shot of the Tumbler next to Lucius and Bruce Wayne. Do we have a Christian Bale Bruce Wayne figure yet in this lineup? If so, we probably need one so we can go get that. Does it come in black? Seeing that moment from the film. Lucius looks good. So good that I think he could work for anything. And, just got a 7-inch line of figures. He's a basic civilian figure. How many Morgan Freeman figures do we have in our collections here? What do you think those capes are made of? Let's see. Let me go back because he's not afraid to use cloth. Definitely not cloth in this case. I don't know. He doesn't have a Batmobile for these guys, so I guess that wouldn't matter or work anyway. But I don't know. Maybe Batman's is cloth now that I look at it a little bit closer. But it definitely looks like Robin's has a plastic fold to it. So maybe he's mixing it up and doing that with them. I do like the fact that he does do cloth capes and keeps trying to push the limit on those. So we got Lucius, we got the Tumbler coming. Now let's go to the comic book reveals. We got Mr. Freeze, and this one seems like the Mr. Freeze for me. More black, that electric icy blue, purple boots, colorful but not too colorful. Ambush Bug. And Ambush Bug looks amazing. He didn't need to do anything special with this figure, but he looks great. It comes with Cheeks, the Toy Wonder, Booster Gold. I'm trying to think, is this the 52, the actual book 52 version of Booster Gold? I feel like if it is, it's missing a lot of the logos. I'm not placing this outfit, so if you guys can help me, let me know. And then we got Robin Tim Drake from DC Rebirth. Great book, Detective Comics. When Rebirth started, Robin was on there rocking really hard. Robin was rocking, sorry. That pun was not intended. And this one, maybe this cape is cloth. It kind of looks like it, Jamlin. I am curious and worried, very worried, that Robin is going to be the same height as Booster Gold. And if so, that's going to be terrible. But if he's actually scaled properly, I'm going to get this Robin. And I feel like that's a big caveat, but with Todd, I got to make that disclaimer. All right, let's see what y'all think about these so far here. I feel like this Batmobile won't be to scale unless it being a pretty penny. Well, Penguin, I mean, he has done this before. What did he charge for that bat plane? I don't think that was outrageous. And he did the $75 Batmobile and Batman. So even if he just did that with no Batman, I think 75 wouldn't be terrible. I mean, I could see him doing that without it being ridiculous. Wookie Sasquatch. I thought that might be the case too. The Kenner Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is the only Freeman figure I have. Frankie Rivera, me that Riddler. I think they did a good job with that. Which era of Freeze is it? Modern? I don't know. I mean, his look has changed a lot, and different artists, different colors do different things. If anybody can help me, let me know. Snake Eyes, I can't wait to get Bat Tumbler. It does look cool. Frankie Rivera, love that Freeze. But do you love that Joker? Question. Jamelin, the Batmobile looks like a Mattel one that I have. It's closer to 3.75 scale. Ooch, that's no good. Christopher Bose, what's going on? I haven't talked about Marvel Legends, but yeah. Yeah. Definitely excited about that She-Hulk reveal. Tom Finn, I don't recognize that version of Booster either. See, I was wondering if it was just me because I'm a major Booster fan, but I was like, what are you doing? I felt like this was a perfect layup opportunity to get that popped up collar, original look, translucent goggles. That'd be an easy purchase for me, but he wants some weird variant version. And I'm like, I don't know. Rick Johnson is with me. That Booster is an easy pass. Exactly, Rick. Ooh, two-tone Robin cape. And yes, it looks like cloth. It does. That looks very cool. What's up, bro? That's more Booster blue than gold. That was solid. Good job, bro. Good to see you here on the chat with us. Harry G. Hey, Jeff, hope all is well. WonderCon reveals are looking sweet. Absolutely. They are awesome, Harry. Wookie Sasquatch. The 66 Batmobile is like $30. Yeah, I don't think, if anything, Todd has done pretty good in terms of making his vehicles affordable. Maybe they don't have all the bells and whistles of some more expensive high-end products, but I mean, that's really a case of getting what you're paying for. And he does it in a way that's affordable for people who want it in their collection without wanting to spend a whole bunch of money. Christopher, that tumbler might work out really well for figure arts or Maplex Batman. I agree. Snow Glare, pop collar brings the whole look together. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what's the deal with it. Tom Finn coming through with the great pun. I'll tumbler for you. I'll tumbler for you. Ace Kid giving shout out to Bro Shot. All right, so let's see. Let's keep it going here with the rest of these comic book waves from McFarlane. There's another interesting trio. We've got Chase figures. So I saw some people on Twitter complaining, why is he making an army builder a Chase? Because they're different versions of Manhunter. Reverse Flash, the new 52 version, that's fine. And Sportsmaster, I assume he's got the color change version. The Platinum Edition, these are all Platinum Editions, by the way. I'm curious what the default regular version of Reverse Flash is going to be and what the default versions of Manhunter is. Like, are they going to change up a lot? Definitely interested in Manhunter. Kind of thought we'd go with sort of something like this. This is fine. I can add more Manhunters to my DC Classics lineup. That might be a little bit taller, a lot bigger, but whatever. I think this is fine. These are good additions. Since we've got so many Green Lanterns in the mix anyway, it's good to have somebody, since Todd's not interested in the Sinestro Corps, the Red Lantern Corps, Larfleeze and his Orange Corps, the Star Sapphires, etc. Jalen says, hey, Jace, you guys should call up Chief. Let's watch something on LMF after this. Jace may be going to sleep, so we'll see, Jalen. You know, I stay up late, so I wouldn't be opposed to it. More comic book figures. This wave I was less excited about. We got Captain Boomerang. We got Starfire. And we got the Penguin. Penguin looks awesome. Penguin looks absolutely fantastic. Looks like Todd is gunning to take down that the Mattel DC Classics figure. Nice, rotund. Looks appropriately shorter version of Penguin, colorful purple pants. Love that. Great looking head sculpt, at least from this distance. I don't feel like, for the most part, his stuff looks drastically different from this prototype to what we see when we get him in hand. So I think this is a pretty good indication of what it's actually going to look like. The orange vest, I mean, this is classic all the way Penguin. So happy to see this version of him in the collection. That's really cool. Starfire, the exact opposite of what I said about Penguin. We got this goofy kind of modern look, and I'm just not a fan of it. We got this from DC Classics from Mattel. I think this is a better version of that because she actually looks like she has some size to her. She's not thin and looking like she hadn't had a meal in a while. But this attire is just so boring. It's just not as exciting as her original one. Hair is too, it's too basic, too simple. Give me the full-on fire burst hair that's just staggering too tall and all that good stuff. She comes with some power effects. It really seems like an updated version of the Mattel one. And then we got Captain Boomerang in his bogus costume. I don't love this one at all. And, maybe it was going to be too big of an ask to say, Todd, give us the classic ascot version with the little skirt, classic Captain Boomerang. This one's that one where it felt like DC was pushing Mattel, do this one. Y'all have been doing all these classic versions of the figures, but let's go modern with Captain Boomerang. And this is whatever. I know this is so he can store his boomerangs in a sensible way. The dude is throwing boomerangs at a guy who runs at super speed. I don't need any trace of realism. Give him the flashy outfit with the hat, not looking like he's all set to hang out at a bar all day. So I know people do like this look, but it's doing absolutely nothing for me. What do y'all think? Lexi 2 Lions BK says Tumblr is a go. Manhunters are a must. But a Chase, though, it's just that look. Like I said, I think people saw Chase and panicked. They thought that these are only going to be Chases. These particular looks are going to be the Chases. There's going to be a default regular look of Manhunter, Reverse Flash, and Sportsmaster. Maybe it's just the color, but it's not a situation where you're going to have to be scrambling all over trying to find these figures. That's not what's going to happen here. It's just this particular color scheme. And I think we're okay on that. Look at Toddy Mac coming with the Army Builder. Yeah, Jamelin, it's like about time, dude. And the Manhunters are a great way to go with that. Rick Johnson says Sportsmaster looks good. Mostly a reuse, though. Now, what's the issue with this reuse? I feel like this one works. I don't really care as long as the parts make sense. And I think Sportsmaster is a character whose design is fine. The helmet was the mask was the most important part. He's got a hockey stick. I kind of need Sportsmaster to have some more gear. Maybe he just borrowed this from one of his sports pick figures. So maybe we can just throw in a football as well. We'll call it a day. But I'd like to see a few more weapons with Sportsmaster. Christopher Vogt says, are there any DC McFarlane figures that work well with 1/12 scale? I don't know. Maybe some of the mega figs. Maybe. I don't know. You guys think there's some? Let me know. Jamelin, that's looking like that's looking like it could just be the best classic Penguins in superpowers, which is high praise. And I really, really love the DC Classics version of him, but you're right. Let me pull that up real fast because I could do that. I can type fast enough to make that work. And you are so on. Let's go to my buddies over at the Fush. We got the archive pictures of Penguin so we can all compare and see. But yeah, I mean, that's better. This is the DC Classics version of Penguin, and I really think that the McFarlane one, no joke, looks better. I mean, that's wild. Because I don't feel like a lot of McFarlane figures have beaten aesthetically the older versions we've gotten from Mattel and the Four Horsemen sculpts, but I think in this case, this McFarlane one does win. And if he looks this good in hand, he's going to beat out the DC Classics one, which is wild to even say. Tom Finn, Sportsmaster's looking good. another classic JSA villain to pair with Psychopire. Psychopire. Yeah. I mean, we definitely need more because what do we have now on the JSA front? We've got Alan Scott. We've got, if you got him, Dr. Fate, sort of kind of Jay Garrick, because he's not really classic. He's more the button version of Jay Garrick. He's the need for an updated version. So we've got 2-2, so that's cool. Excuse me, Lefty Two Lions BK says Penguin will probably be a reuse of the Arkham game figure. I don't even remember what that looks like. Christopher Bowes is doing my work for me. Thank you, Christopher. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. It does matter a lot to the channel. When you comment, when you come through for the lives, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the reminder, Christopher. Wookie Sasquatch. Hey, a classic comic version of Penguin. It looks good, too. Tom Finn, Starfire is pretty much what I expected. Did she complete the Rebirth Titans? Great question. We don't really have a classic version of Cyborg yet. And I feel like we don't have very many of that. Actually, that's, oh, let's see. The Titans were the original group. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so let's see. Let's pull it up here from Amazon. I think they're still far away on that, actually. There we go. Let's pull up this window. Here's taking a look at this team. So we got Starfire, we got Robin, and he's way too supersized. We got Wally, we got Beast Boy, we got Raven, and sort of kind of Aqualad. So from a certain point of view, we do, but I would want a better version of Damien because he's too tall and too poorly articulated to work. Yeah. I wanted to like Teen Titans better. It wasn't as good as I wanted, especially since when they were doing the Rebirth hype, they were saying, we know we've dropped the ball with Titans. We got to get back on track. And I don't feel like they really did for a while. Speaking of Titans, and another one, let's pull this up. But first, since I'm seeing a lot of good questions, let me go back to it because I agree with what you all are saying on this. Let's pull up those windows big so we can all see it. For Johnson, digging that Starfire, Penguin, and Boomerang. True. I'm glad you like them. Penguin for me is a standout. Jamelin, why is everyone afraid to do her hair correctly? Do you mean emoji right there with you? I mean, part of her thing is the big, voluminous hair that makes Medusa go, what conditioner is she using? I mean, it just feels like going with this more relaxed, traditional, every other superpowered woman hairstyle is boring. And the big George Perez style hairstyle that she had made her stand out so much more. Boomerang is a disappointment, says Tom Finn 2018. I was hoping for a true classic version. You mentioned pass. Yeah, it's just Jalen Parks. Well, technically that's Captain Boomerang Jr. Maybe we'll still get his dad at some point. But he's got all the facial hair, Jalen. He looks like, he looks like he's got the full Lemmy work in here, which makes me think it's old school Captain Boomerang. He did rock that attire in DC Rebirth. Let me see if I can pull that up real fast. Now, it's funny because when Rebirth started, the Suicide Squad was one of the better seen books that they were putting out. And I don't get the impression that they were really aiming to make Suicide Squad that team. But their comic was so much more entertaining than some of the other ones. See, this is interesting because the image I was going to doesn't even have that. But here you go. You can get a sense of what I was talking about. So this is from the Rebirth era of Suicide Squad. You can see Katana, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc, Enchantress, and Boomerang, illustrated and done by Jim Lee. But I'm pretty sure I could track down a Mutton Chops version of Senior. And I think what happens is always when there's a movie, even one like the first Suicide Squad that doesn't do great at the box office, they start going, oh, let's make this the official look for the character. Perfect. This is more of the look that I wanted to go with. So here you go. That's, I think, the look they were going for, but it's just not interesting. Definitely not as interesting as his first costume. Chase says, Jamlin, he only answers our call on Wednesdays for Lyle's Movie Files. Afton Child Sportsmaster looks amazing. Randall, gee, what's going on? Batman Forever figures look sweet. Really wanted the Panther suit. We'll get to those Marvel Legends soon. Absolutely classic cheap. Christopher, I love classic Boomerang. Before they made him bogan, Australian slang, failing somewhere between average Joe and redneck. He was an Australian seared Asian before moving. Yeah, a much more interesting origin. It's just like Penguin sold or Penguin solid. Speaking of Penguin, have you seen the crazy things Jada Toys is doing with M. Bison and Dawson? Yeah, I can't find those figures. Jace actually went around looking for me today to see if he could find M. Bison and Dawson. No luck, but yeah, I'm really jealous because they look amazing. Snake Eyes. What is the next army builder that McFarlane's going to do? The Manhunters. They're going to be, that's what's coming up. Carlos Castillo, hey yo, what's going on? I'm doing good, Carlos. How are you? Black Boy Toy Joy, like that. I like this version of Boomer. I'm glad you do. Like, listen, I will hate on figures I'm not gonna buy, but I'm not hating on anybody liking the figures that they put out. So your joy, I'm all happy with that. So cool. I'm glad somebody likes it. Because there's no sense in it making something that everyone hates. So cool. I'm glad to see you like that. Sean Russell artwork. What's up, Sean? Starfire is mine. A whole bunch of hearts and smiley hearts with all kinds of happiness. I'm glad you enjoy that figure too. Aren't these all going to get repaints? Probably Black Boy Toy Joy. You got to assume with McFarlane, all repaints are always on the table. Carlos, what a weekend for toys and collectibles. Had a great week hunting down figs and receiving my G.I. Joe wave and biker mice. You had a good week. Christopher Rose, Captain Boomerang Jr. has a different look than that figure. They actually made a Boomer figure a while back in the Identity Crisis line. Oh, I forgot about that Suicide Squad book. Yeah, Jamelin, it's and Junior has a cool look. I would buy him as a separate figure because there was a fun time when he was around, part of the team, part of the Outsiders. I want him as a figure too. I want classic Captain Boomerang look. Spider Fan, hey, how are you? Oxlaw X. Jeez, was not expecting WonderCon to hit as hard as it did. I definitely will need that Tumblr. Penguin is Force Master. Do like the She-Hulk Hasbro revealed as well. Yes, definitely going to get to the Marvel Legends soon. How soon? We'll see. More McFarlane stuff first. We got Manga Batman, Sergeant Rock. He's apparently, maybe, possibly coming with guns, which is great. Soldier should come with guns. And Superboy Connor Kent. And this figure depends 100% on the scale. If he's not eye to eye with Superman, I'm buying him right away. If he's close to the same size as Superman, it's not going to work. I need Todd to get this scaling down with these teenage age characters because he's messing me up. I'd really be interested in more of these guys, but he just keeps messing it up. The scale. Penguin, Sergeant Rock is a deep cut. It's a must. I mean, he just showed Ambush Bug and Sergeant Rock. Now, for all of us complaining, he only does Batman, he only does Superman, he's showing you I do more. And it's really cool to see he's going deep into DC with some of these characters. And I'm kind of interested why we've got this certain look for Sergeant Rock, but whatever. We're going to get anybody else with them? More Easy Company, maybe? So we got these guys, and I think that's almost it for the comic book figure. But let's see here. What Batman is that? That is Manga Batman, and he's done one in the Superpowers line. So I'll show you what that looks like over at my good friends, my affiliate, Entertainment Earth. This is what that figure is, Manga Batman. So this is just the full version of that. And, you know, the dedicated 6-inch comic book style, or 7-inch comic book style version. So there you go. That's what he looks like. And that's what they're going for. Spider-Fan. I still want an Adam West Batman in that scale. I think they have one coming. So yeah, I think we are going to get those figures. Black Boy Toy Joy wants to know what in the world is Connor going to come with to have a collector edition price tag. Spare jeans, Cassie. And the collector's edition line feels like a ripoff. It's like he includes more accessories with some basic $19.99 figures, and we're paying $29.99 for a collector's edition. We're like, what are you getting for it? So I'm with you. Cassie would be a great addition. Jalen, Manga Batman, maybe. Sergeant Rock, definitely. Sergeant Rock is a cool. I mean, that is really cool that they did him. 80s Kid says, I'm staying with the recent black and gray Batman with the yellow logo that was recently revealed. Jamlin, Superboy, I feel the same. Depends a lot on scale. I mean, it is crucial that he just gets that right. I mean, Penguin looks like he's the right height. Maybe someone in McFarlane design team found a ruler and it's like, hey, guys, you're not going to believe this. Superboy and Superman are not supposed to be the same height. So hopefully we're going to get that resolved and taken care of now. Northern Nomad, what's up, my friend? How are you tonight? Vintage Bob, joining the party late. Hey, Jeffrey, have they released pics of the McFarlane Darkseid yet? No pics of him yet. Green Man, what's up, man? How are you? Tom Finn says I'm down for Sergeant Rock and Connor Superboy. They turn out good. Kind of digging that manga Batman. It does look nice. Kelly Cox, maybe Sergeant Rock needs another weapons pack on the way. Well, from the panel notes of various people I was seeing, he might come with his own gun, but we could certainly use the accessory pack with him as well. The only thing, and darn it, of course I've closed that window. At least, now this is collector's edition, so I guess alternate hands are not out of the question. But he has fists. He doesn't even have open hands. I think this manga Batman does, but I'm going to need Sergeant Rock to have weapon-holding hands, even if he doesn't come with weapons, because we can work around that, but going to need him to have some absolutely open hands to hold stuff. Robert's Infinite Realms, what's going on, man? Black Boy Toy Joy. Sergeant Rock is going to have a sword and a big axe for no reason whatsoever. Robert says Sergeant Rock needs weapons. Just saying, he does. Tom Finn, Connor comes with a frame picture you can flip. Cassie's on one side, McGann is on the other. See, at least that would make sense. It'd be fun. But he might have a third picture of himself on there. All right, let's see. Let's take it down some more. More comic book figures. This wave, it's like, yeah, wishes we were a little bit better. And I'm curious on how Superman looks, but we got more of those digital figures with the branding of DC Direct and McFarlane in the Build-A-Figure digital figure. Fortune's one we've already got. It's Animal Man. I think you really should have made us mad and put this Animal Man that's digital with the jacket. We've got Superman, and it says the Man of Steel, and it looks like this is from that time period where he was upset that Hippolyta died. No, Wonder Woman died, and Aquaman died during our Worlds at War. So he's got the black S. Not upset with that. I'll buy that figure if the body looks straight, because, you know, Superman figures, who knows what Todd is thinking. Green Lantern does not match with the latest Green Lantern that we got, the Flash that we got, or this Adam, Ray Palmer, that we're also getting. It's the Longbow Hunter version, which is fine. I have that DC Icons figure. I really love how that turned out. It's a really good look for him. It's a great alternate version, but kind of feel like this wasn't the time to go with this version of Green Arrow. I bet it's got a lot of fans and people are excited. Not quite the Green Arrow I was hoping for. Let's see what y'all say. Christopher votes, it's a brave company that tools a figure that cannot be re-released with a change of paint or slight tweak to the mold. Jayla says, man, Tom Finn, now I want a McGann figure. I bet she'd be taller than the... She would be, because poor John is too small. Snake Eyes, I like to get that Adam. And 2, Spider-Man. Yay! I can't wait to buy some pixels. See, the thing with this is I'm probably gonna buy them anyway. I mean, assuming the Superman looks cool, I'm gonna get that Atom. Gotta assume we're gonna get regular height, and he hopefully will not be taller than Martian Manhunter too. But I'm gonna get him, and I'm gonna have Green Arrow because that's my second favorite look for him. So it's whatever. Superman probably a lot depending on how good he looks, but I mean, there you go. I'm gonna just have him for free, essentially. Charlie Pendleton. Has Todd made a cyborg Superman? Really would like to make a Reign of Superman shelf. So let me see if I can pull this up really fast for you, Charlie. There is sort of a McFarlane cyborg Superman that is still kind of in the wind. We haven't seen it released yet, but there are some pictures of this figure out there. This is way, way, way back and last April. So I don't know if this is legit or if it's still coming or what, but we have seen a version of Cyborg Superman. This is not the classic one, certainly not one that makes a lot of sense for your rank of the Superman shirt display. I don't know why I said shirt. But yeah, that's what we saw. No news on that. We're still supposed to get it. It's been solicited or teased in leaked lists that have been pretty much accurate. So I guess we'll see that eventually. But we'll see. Jamlin Parks. Wait, what was that wave? Animal Man or the Superman Arrow and Palmer digital? Just Animal Man. It's the same way as that. Gosh, of course, I totally forgot it now. That last wave. Man, I'm totally blanking on whatever the heck that Build-A-Figure was. I think it was Plastic Man, right? So we're getting this time. It's just a collect and connect figure of. Let's see how fast. Just go to McFarlane Toys store. Pull it up really quick and simple and easy. Toy store. There we go. Now just navigate through the site very quickly because I'm sure it won't be a problem to do that. So let's see. Go through. There we go. That was quick and easy, relatively painless. And what was the Build-A-Figure for this one? Did he tell us? Description. There we go. Oh, Mongul. That's weird. I don't remember that being the Build-A-Figure reveal on that. Or maybe we just didn't hear what the Build-A-Figure reveal was. It doesn't sound right to me. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, it's just the Animal Man that's the digital figure. Oxlaw X, we need a Hawkgirl and Black Canary. Yes. One of them could have replaced that cheap repaint of Booster Gold. Yes. We can only get so many female figures at a time. Oops. Northern Nomad. I've got a few custom McFarlane Cyborg Superman. I gotta send them the pictures of one to me. Jamlin, Animal Man with a Jag would make more sense. I guess it's already tooled up. I don't know what the incentive to have a digital figure after you've already gotten the plastic figure on your shelf. Tom Finn, I wasn't really expecting the Silver Age Green Arrow, but Longbow Hunters is cool. I love the DC Icons version as well. That figure was great. Wiki Sasquatch, still waiting on a Lois Lane Jimmy Olsen 2-pack. Maybe next year when we start to see this movie. It's so ridiculous we don't have a good Lois Lane or Jimmy Olsen figure. I mean, why are the best ones still those old, early Silver Age versions we got from DC Direct? Tom Finn, definitely down for Adam. Just hope he doesn't have the Blue Beetle boot tops. Use Batman boot tops. He should, right? Yeah, I would be disappointed because he's already got the mold right there. Vintage Bob, I like that version of Green Arrow and the Animal Man. Only problem is they're not scaled to my DC Universe Classic Collection. Gotta pass. That sucks. I mean, we do kind of have a hooded version of Green Arrow, so that one works more in this. And we have Safari Jacket. We do have the jacketed version of Animal Man. Chris Daughtry, that Animal Man looks close to the Target one. I think it is. I think it's just the digital render that they used to make that one. Legend 2 Lions. The digital figs don't make sense from my POV as a consumer. How does it make sense on the business end? I have no idea why they're making it. I won't defend it because it just like, why are we doing this? Christopher Bose, Booster Gold was born in Gotham City, was born in Canada. So is there something about the future we should know? I'm confused. I thought he was born in Metropolis. I thought that was where he was, because he was cheating and doing this whole thing. I really thought he was born in Metropolis, but I'm now gonna have to look it up. Jamelin, I love longbow hunters, but I really like to upgrade for my DC Direct Neil Adams Green Arrow. Yeah, I'm really upset that I sold that figure off. That really great Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and the Black Canary that could stand, provided you had a stand for her. She definitely needed an alternate head sculpt too. Juris, maybe Canada invades America in the future. And you guys have got me really curious. And I've got to find out this information. All right, let's go to DC Comics. I'm sure if I can find one streamlined breakdown of a character's history, it'll be from DCComics.com. Jeez, I don't know why I didn't just go to Wikipedia, because I mean, I knew DC was not going to have that on their website at all. All right, let's see. Mr. Gold. I'm apparently too curious about this. Okay. We're not. Oh, man. So they have all these different backgrounds for him, and it's just, they've gotten wacky. There's just no basic information on where he's from. Anyway, I know that was exciting for everyone. Let's go on to more reveals since they're fun. Legacy Lions BK says, I do appreciate that McFarlane is drawing inspiration from so many stories in DC history. I was not familiar with Green Arrow Longbow Hunters before today. Oh, it's a really cool story and definitely gets him to a different level than he was before. So it's cool and definitely worth checking out. Christopher Bose, DC stands for definitely not coherent. Seriously. Tom Finn, by the way, McGann was already sculpted for DC Universe Classics. She would have been the 5th figure had year 3 of the subscription gone through. That subscription thing, and I'm still salty that they ended it with Bat-Zaro. That's probably the main reason I haven't gotten this new one. It's like, I did not ask for this figure. And I know they were checking with me on all this stuff, and it was like, why are we getting these figures that are clearly easy for y'all to do as opposed to stuff that helps us complete our collections of stuff you already started? Anyway, a digital figure. It's like this figure, but you just look on an app and then you can go, ooh, I can pose my digital figure. It's something he's trying to get over. I mean, we're not paying for it really, so it's whatever. Oxflix, I have a build a wave idea. Batman Nightfall body, but navy blue. Comes with head and torso for more incentive to get the rest. Hawkgirl can be arms, Black Canary with legs, all to build a Mazo. You got me. We need an Amazo figure. And I like that you didn't have him as a mega figure. I feel like Amazo needs to be regular height. We don't need to have him be a super mega fig, just a little bit bigger than the others. Christopher Bose, heard of digital renders. G.I. Joe releases them all the time. Really? I didn't even know they did that. More releases from Todd. This time we're going to Batman the Animated Series. We got Hardrat, Poison Ivy, the Phantasm, Bane, all to make a collect and connect, build a figure, Bruce Wayne. Very cool. He's doing good work in terms of fleshing out this Batman the Animated Series lineup. I feel like most people probably already have a complete collection, but for those who missed out, he's doing really good work in terms of building out that universe for people. And Bane and the Phantasm look really good. Hopefully Poison Ivy won't have any standing issues, but I think these are really solid additions to the Batman Animated Series line. And we got another reveal on that end. It's also pretty cool. It's the Joker with the Joker Mobile. And I love that light up feature with the grill. It was a good use of taking existing parts and just mixing it up a little bit to give us something fun and new and different. And this is a really cool thing. I don't remember if DC Direct ever touched this, so this at least is new and fun. Christopher Rose, my kingdom for a 6-inch scale kite man. Heck yeah. I don't know why we haven't gotten a kite man. I feel like he'd be an easy one. Maybe they just can't figure out how to do the kite. But yeah, it seems kind of basic. Snow glares, yeah. Give me a heck yeah. For all you Stone Cold Steve Austin fans out there. All right, so I think, yeah, that was it for McFarlane. And I thought they had a pretty decent to good showing. Penguin, Sergeant Rock really stood out to me. And I wish we could have seen at least the render of the Atom, that's Superman, just so we could see what parts they're going to use to build this one. And the Longbow Hunter's Green Arrow's solid, fine. Not the one I wanted, but it's good enough. I don't think I won't get that figure. Snake Eyes. Finally, McFarlane made Adam Ray Palmer. Yes, that would be cool. Let's see. Let's see lines. One is to love the Batman the Animated Series figures by McFarlane, but they look so cheap for the price tag. How much are they? Because I thought he did a pretty decent job with them. When I see them at Target, I'm like, they look solid. This would have been a good time. This sale right now, which I guess you can still take advantage of on Target's website, is that spend $75, get $20 off. That would help for those figures. I think you can see them there. So X would love to get into the Batman Animated Series figures, but I've heard that they come with quality. Oh, that's not good. Anyone experience them? Well, that's just not good. Kelly Cox, that Juggermobile is really eye-catching. I think so too. 80s Kid, I just want Superman animated figures. Yeah. All right, so we got time now to move on to Hasbro with the Marvel Legends. We got Marvel Legends. We got G.I. Joe. We got Transformers. A little bit of everything. So let's get into it right now. First up, I didn't go through all the pictures and do all this, but we got vintage collection reveals. Shocking. And this time we've got season 1, and they made a really, really big point to say these are not the ones you got already or you're getting from the Ghost. We got an Ezra Bridger. He's from his look from the hologram that Sabine saw in Ahsoka, so he's not this version. We got season 1 of Rebels, Kanan and Zeb. So we've got both of them, and that's not the ones that we got from the Ghost HasLab. That was smart and sensible, so we don't feel like we got ripped off, or at least those of you who did get the Ghost. I didn't, but I thought that was really smart of them to mention, so folks weren't going to be upset. Like, what did y'all do? These pictures are from Jeffrey Harris, the lone Black Series reveal, which is like, come on, guys. You know, a lot of fans want to see the Black Series reveals, not so much all things vintage collection. Anyway, here we go. Hammerhead is coming, and he looks really good. This is from Jeffrey Harris, like I mentioned, and really nice looking job on him. Great detailing. Of course, now I am like, ooh, if we got this mold, we got this all set, let's get my guy from Clone Wars, Roran Korab, who falls to General Grievous while he's trying to save Palpatine. I'd be really interested in getting that figure because I like this one, but I'm down for that. 80s Kid, that Kanan looks great, super cool. I'm definitely picking it up. David Thanos, what's going on? Christopher Rose, didn't Hasbro ship out the HasLab Razor Crest in November and blow it up in December? Well, Hasbro did, for sure. David Thanos, Todd killed it today. Of all of them, I think I really want the Bruce Wayne figure. Yeah, I think they did a nice job with the Bruce figure. So that was a really quick showing from the Hasbro Star Wars squad. As always with Transformers, I have to keep my expectations low. Can't have anything major because there's so many masters to feed on the Transformers front. They did reveal, I wrote too many notes, got to go back and forth, 2 additions to the Studio Series line, not the one I'm really interested in, but for the Bumblebee series, we got concept art version of Sunstreaker and Shockwave. We also got a gamer edition version of Sideswipe. He's a deluxe figure coming soon. But the one that I was excited about, because every so often we've got to actually go, here's a figure you're going to be interested in. We got the reveal today of Swoop. So we complete the Dinobots. No more will we not get the whole crew. I don't think that was ever a worry concern, but Swoop looks awesome. And they did a really good job with the colors. That blue really stands out, really pops on him. And he's got a sword. That's nice. So great to see Swoop. We got a complete version of the Dinobots in this scale. And he's going to look really cool with the rest of his team. Now I got to figure out how to set up a stand, have a little flight pod for him so he can fly above the rest of them. And I'm going to need it at least to be as tall so it will stretch out over Grimlock, so he's not at eye level with him. Swoop! Yes. Swoop! Now you guys know I always save my favorite for last. Now in this case, it's just my typical bias because I don't think G.I. Joe had the best reveals, but I'm saving G.I. Joe for last. I haven't talked about it yet. Slasher Con. Swoop's wings look a little on the small side, but I'm happy to finally see him. Swoop, there it is. Great stuff. When you say small, Slasher Con, are you saying they're not wide enough or they look too small in terms of their width? Curious on that. I guess they could be a little small, but yeah, I'm with you. Getting Swoop is more important. Swoop, there he is. What's up, Brian? Caleb Brown, Swoop, there it is. Snake Eyes, is Swoop one of the smaller figures? No, he is a full-on deluxe like the rest of them. So they're all going to look that same massive size around the rest of your Transformers, your Autobots. So he's not going to look small in robot form. I feel like with them, I'm going to have them all in Dinobot form, so it won't matter as much. And they should be bigger and taller as their Dinobots. Christopher says, I'm so glad that they're not releasing Swoop in red, only to give us the blue version in a ridiculously expensive 5-pack. Yes, because you know that's probably on the table. Tom Vince says, makes me want to swoop, a doop, doop. Yeah. Northern Nomad, swoop, a doop. 80s Kid, Studio Series Shockwave looks shockingly amazing. Yes. Christopher votes, Swoop is the smallest Dinobot, which means he towers over most Autobots. Yes. Boris Mortis, what's up? The DC Direct ones that I own were cool but very fragile. I broke my Catwoman's arm and my Batman's ankle. Jeez. All being said, my current Batman animated series Batman is much better quality than the one I had. That's not good. Slasher-Con. The wingspan is what I was referring to. Maybe I'm spoiled by the recent Beastbots wingspans. I wonder if those are something we could, since they should not be part of the robot mold, I wonder if you could transplant them and go with some of those wider, larger ones. Maybe. Randall says, where's my single man? Signal Man, Crazy Quilt, Firebug, Nocturna, Calendar Man, The Privateer, Masters of Disasters, Tweedledee and Dumb, Clayface 3 and 4, Original Cobra, Silver Age Catwoman, Baron Bedlam. It's a lot of requests, but I would like to see them. Excuse me, and I think the Masters of Disasters would make for awesome figures. Chamberlain Park says, what's his name? Swoop Dinobot. I hope that's the reference I was catching with you. 80s Kid said, I did it, Jeff. I finally finished my wish list of Star Wars figures for Hasbro to produce. Awesome. Glad you finished, because mine is not anywhere near to being complete. So many figures to go. All right, now like I mentioned before, I don't think that G.I. Joe had the best showing. They weren't doing everything, but we finally got what I was curious and wanted to see. Thank you. It's supposed to be the Snoop Doggy Dog melody. So let me try that again. What's his name? Swoop Dinobot. There we go. So I just needed the parentheses. It's sung by Snoop Dogg. I got you. Christopher wants to know, how's the collector community coming along with the working TARDIS? My bookcases are running out of Walt. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying to mentally Professor X Jean Grey Emma Frost style reconfigure my figure room so I can fit this stuff in and make it work. But yeah, it's fun. Oops. Sorry. Gotta change that up to later. It's a problem when you set alarms. There we go. We need to write a whole Swoop parody song. Tom Finn, the way you guys are writing, I don't think that'd be a problem. David Thanos. My Todd loves were Jim Carrey Riddler, Penguin, and Sportsmaster. Swoop Dog. Yes. All right. Now it's time for Marvel Legends. And I think they killed it. They won, like, hands down, best reveals of all of WonderCon. I was in amazement at what they showed because we got count 'em, 6 Marvel Legends, and I wanted every last one of them. This wasn't some case like, whatever. I feel like this is a terrible time because it was like, you got 6 figures on what? Put them into a building figure way. It's a retro way. And, Ryan was there. He was saying, hey, been a while since we did another anniversary set of figures. But then, hey, it's the 1994 Toy Biz Iron Man Retro Series. And I was like, great. Now we're going to get Mandarin. We're going to get Whiplash. There are tons of characters from that awesome second season of Iron Man. And I would happily get figures of. So, yeah, we finally got to see them. And I've got the big collage. I don't have the individual pictures. I hope Hasbro will send them along tomorrow, maybe Monday, because, Easter tomorrow. But yeah, this was so excited. They mentioned Ryan was like, hey, we finally get to complete a team. And I'm like, you don't quite have this team completed just yet. And we got this version, so it's like, bam, here you go. We're going to complete this. And I'm so excited because we got Ant-Man, we got Wasp, you've seen her, we got Thor. Like, we still don't have Hulk in shorts, whatever. Because, we knew that was not what they were going to show in a retro Iron Man wave. Instead, they showed this guy. He was amazing. So happy. Golden Iron Man Mark II, complete with a skirt. And it looks like it's done with a very flexible plastic. So it's not going to be impaired doing this Iron Man classic stance. Love the Mark I. I thought they really exceeded my expectations with that figure. And the golden armor looks fantastic. It looks so good. Ryan said, because of the lighter colors, you can actually see Tony Stark's eyes. If so, that's a game changer for me because, they've done so many Iron Man figures where the eye slots are just black holes. But if we can see the Iron Man eyes in this, that's going to be great. And really, really, really excited about that one. And Lefty T Lions BK says Iron Man Retro. Let's go. Christopher Bose, that Iron Man cartoon theme song was sweet. I am Iron Man. Yes, such a cool theme song. So catchy. And they knocked it out. Let's see here. All right. You guys are talking about it. Let's go. So they revealed the rest of the wave. Like I said, don't have the breakdown. So let's just show the full wave. We got Iron Man, Model 1. We got Model 20, which seems like the actual one I needed to have my new Avengers set up to have almost complete now. So that's a really useful one for me. We got the modular armor finally fixed. And then we got 3 that I was not expecting to see, but so happy to finally get. And they kind of spoiled it because one figure out of the front package with the figure, and then the card back was another one. It was like, whoa, finally, you're crossing this guy off my list. So here we go. Bam. She-Hulk, Whiplash, Count Nefaria, modular armor Iron Man, Iron Man Mark 20, and golden armor Iron Man. Great set. 6 figures that are amazing. Let's zoom in a little bit more to that first one. She-Hulk looks awesome. Smiling head sculpt. Got the hair just like it is in the comic book, where it's dark green in some patches, lighter green in another. But we've got great coloring on the green because it's not matching her skin tone. And I feel like maybe if they wanted to go super extra, we could throw in a little blue skirt piece there, because, or a top, maybe make it a cloth section. I wouldn't mind this as an extra, as a bonus, because they're really close, or close enough for me, to get this Secret Wars look for She-Hulk. And I wouldn't mind using this version as that stand-in, but this is so close to getting done. I kind of feel like they could do it. Maybe I'll get a second one, paint the boots blue, gray, whatever color that is, and then just cut out this section. And I feel like even with my limited customizing skills, I can make that happen. But we're really close to getting that look. So really impressed with that, how that turned out. And Whiplash looks awesome. They got the angled gloves, the boots, perfect. Swappable hands. He's got fists. He's got the whip holding hands. He's got a whip. Ryan said it is not posable, but what's cool, because it's got a soft enough material that they don't have to worry about it. You can still pose it a little bit, and it's flexible. He's got the green slash ponytail or sash ponytail. Couldn't ask for a better version of him. I thought they just delivered big time on him. And then we get Count Nefaria. Pull my window out a little bit. There we go. Bam. There we go. It's got a Nefaria here. He is using the Vulcan mold. I think that works. And I saw some people who were like, he should use a bigger mold. But the Vulcan mold works. It's nice and posable. Nefaria, maybe he could have been on the Hercules, Thor, but I wouldn't have been upset with that. But I kind of like the fact that he's a little bit smaller. That way his power is like, he's still powerful, but he doesn't need to look Thor size. And the colors just pop. The white, the black, the red, the yellow, two-tone cape there with the red on the outside. It looks great. We've got clutching, stopping Thor from punching him in the face hands. We've got fists. Awesome, awesome work with him. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Ryan did finally fix the neoclassic Iron Man. Yes. Like that figure was one. It was like, hey guys, we need this version. And there was some concern maybe he's too small. I think MCC Collector was going, they've just fixed the legs. But you can see in the package next to the Iron Man Model 20, he's filling that box perfectly. And yeah, it looks like he's like the same height, which really all he needed to do. Maybe his arms are a little bit too short, but I think we can work around that if we need to. But this figure looks great. I'm so happy to finally get this one. I passed on that earlier one because, like, nope, that doesn't work at all for me. But yeah, this one looks really good and definitely fills a void. This is the armor that he was rocking during Infinity Gauntlet in the comic book. So to get that here, great. Like I said before, the Model 20, I don't really think that's the 20th armor he's got, but this is what he was wearing during the original formation of the New Avengers. So this is kind of an important armor to have. And he also rocked this look during Jeff Johns' way too brief run on Avengers. And we've got the old boozy head sculpt for this Iron Man. So that is so cool. Great set. Really happy with them. SlasherCon Model 1, Gold Iron Man, She-Hulk, Whiplash, and Count Nefaria are who I want the most. Yeah, it's just a great set. Snake Eyes, finally, they did a She-Hulk figure. Now they need to do more She-Hulk figures. Well, they've done one already. It wasn't like this is the first time they've done her, but this one is the first one that makes sense. Now, she's got all the stuff I would need for a She-Hulk figure. Peep, the bicep articulation, double jointed elbows, non-wacky circular bald hips. She actually looks like she can have all the stuff I want her to do. And it looks like she's got the fold on those boots, like her socks kind of. So maybe it's an easier repaint than I think. Clearly, with this version, we've already got everything we need to get our classic Fantastic Four repaint, because there it is right there. So really happy with this version. turned out great. Ryan says, I passed up 4 previous She-Hulk figures, specifically waiting for this one. About time, but she looks great. She does. They just killed it. Christopher Bose, is there anything Tony Stark can't do? Well, he made a mullet look good. Alpha Proto, Collector's 6-inch Hall of Armor are growing. Yes. Tom Finn, Marvel Legends team, how do you like us now? They killed it. They crossed some figures off my most wanted list. Same. I mean, all of these figures are worthwhile additions for me. It's not like some set where it's, I want 5. I'll get the 6th one kind of reluctantly because he looks sort of cool, but I'll wait for it to hit deep clearance. These are great figures. And, you know, this is exactly what I'm talking about all the time when I'm, why does Marvel Legends team not do XYZ? When they do figures, as great as this She-Hulk, Whiplash, Galnefaria, the 3 Iron Man figures, my complaints are none, because we know they can do them and they can do really great figures. So when they don't deliver as well as they could, it's like, guys, come on. Y'all could do better. We've seen better from you. When we get better like this is exactly what I wanted, what I needed. Great job on this entire lineup of figures. Awesome. Let's do that one so y'all can keep looking at them. Alpha Proto, not sure how I feel about that She-Hulk. Why? What's wrong with her to you? Randall G, Model 9 Iron Man, Captain Fair, and She-Hulk are buys. Christopher Rose, sensational She-Hulk for the win. Alpha Proto says, I do like the big hair. SlasherCon, She-Hulk looks sensational. Chase, wow, they made a Whiplash. I think they look at your list from last week. Dude, let's do another one. Send it off to them. Got Whiplash. We knew Captain Fair was on that leaked list of rumored figures. I don't care that he's part of the Iron Man wave. The package and Captain Fair are going to separate very soon. They're going to have an uncoupling as soon as I get them. Not a worry there. Same thing with She-Hulk. Doesn't matter. Don't care if she's an Iron Man wave. All that matters is I've got her. So very happy with that. Vintage Bob says, I'm thrilled with Captain Fair and Whiplash. Looks awesome. But I'd have preferred Mandarin, Living Laser, Black Llama, Firebrand, or Melter more. Hope we get more villains. Not enough being made. True 2 is not as many as they could have done for this. And you know, with Iron Man wave, we're probably going to have half of those figures, different Iron Man armors. I think this is cool because it's not rando space flying armor Iron Man or Tea Time with Pepper Iron Man armor. These are legit comic book based armors that are really needed. Modular definitely needed to be upgraded. How are we going to not have our Avengers display? We've got the HasLab Giant Man coming. We've got Wasp now. We've got Thor. So we've got those Avengers all set. We just need Hulk with shorts. And I know Ryan thinks we've got it done, but we don't. We still can't do that cover all the way, but we're almost there. Whiplash looks awesome, and Nefarious is awesome too. I'm happy to get She-Hulk. She-Hulk is kind of along with this because if you want to get really super technical in the Fantastic Four, 2nd season, that awesome one. If you haven't watched it, go to Disney Plus, watch it. They have a moment where the Avengers are helping out and Iron Man is among the Avengers. So there's your tie in there. She-Hulk is rocking this outfit. So this is cartoon continuity. She is covered in the blanket of being associated with Iron Man. So she works here. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a second wave of retro Iron Man figures to include Mandarin, Living Laser, Black Llama, Firebrand, and Melter especially. So yeah, definitely want to do that. Ultra Run are Tech and Toy Reviews. Do those knees on She-Hulk look like a different shade of green compared to the legs? They do. I am assuming and hoping it's just a matter of early prototype or just the way the light's hitting. But yeah, I did notice that as well. Hopefully it's not a big issue. Alpha Proto. Hopefully I answered your question. Why did they put She-Hulk in the Iron Man cartoon line? Why not make the Hulk an animated? Well, I guess they could. Nothing to say they can't do that. And yeah, see if I can pull that up and how fast I could pull that up if possible. All right, let's see here. Let's see. If I can pull it out. That was so easy. I mean, sometimes it's really just that simple and easy. You gotta love it. All right, so there are 2 times that She-Hulk appeared in the cartoon with the Fantastic Four. You're gonna have to forgive the lack of really strong colors, but here you go. This is exactly what I was talking about. So here, this is picture 1. Let's say. Again, that cartoon was awesome. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely recommend it. Here, she's Hercules who's flying off camera. Here's Vision, Captain America, and She-Hulk. So there you go. That's the Avengers. Here's another shot. And just to kind of legitimize her inclusion with Iron Man, here you go. And Rage is there too. So She-Hulk's rocking this outfit. So there you go. There's your tie-in as needed for why She-Hulk's in the Iron Man line. Christopher Rose, do we want green skin Mandarin or regular Mandarin? Can we have both? I would like to get both. William, what's going on? I was hoping for Blizzard, Crimson Dynamo, and Mandarin in the retro Iron Man wave. Maybe we get a second one. Kelly Cox, I'm liking everything. I haven't said that about Hasbro in a while. I feel like they had really turned things around in 2024. I mean, everything that's on the lineup, slated, I was looking, I was like, I don't have a 2024 Marvel Legends figure yet, but not because what they've done or revealed I'm not interested in. It's just I haven't gotten any of those figures yet. But yeah, there's not a lot of room to complain for me with Marvel Legends so far. Jamelin, Tony Stark makes you feel he's a cool exec with a heart of steel. As Iron Man, all jets ablaze, he's fighting in spite of with repulsor rays, amazing armor. That's Iron Man. A blazing power. That's Iron Man. I stumbled all through that, but yes. Loving the references there. Alpha Proto, Crescent Rose, I grew up with the cartoon, so all I know is Green Mandarin in the armor. Interesting. Crescent Rose, these aren't influenced by the MCU. Sad how many MCU toy lines have been put out to die a slow death. Eternals and Shang-Chi are still on some shelves. Alpha Proto, the Model 9 will look good in Captain America and the Avengers arcade display. True. Randall G. TF 2005 site has actual pics for what they showed today, including Swoop. They do. Have you seen the Marvel Select Crimson Dynamo? Mine arrives tomorrow. Vintage Bob, let me know how he scales with Iron Man, because he looks in some photos like he's scaled appropriately with Titanium Man, which seems like he would fit in pretty well with Marvel Legends. Boris Mortis, did they announce a re-release of the 90s Iron Man without his big gun, or did I imagine that? They showed that figure and War Machine. They didn't re-release them. Spider-Fan, I like the gold MK Mark 1 Iron Man. Yes. Christopher Rose, Alpha Proto, sadly, I don't think they have the guts to make a classic Mandarin anymore than the 90s cartoon that made him green to avoid being accused of racism and the Fu Manchu thing. Penguin, my favorite She-Hulk appearance, and surprised they did this before the classic suit or Fantastic Four suit. Juan Sanchez, the She-Hulk is not necessarily the design I want, but it's an amazing step in the right direction and an instant pre-order for me. Classic suit She-Hulk by the end of 2025? I mean, I feel like since they've got her in rotation now, might be sooner. Jamelin says She-Hulk and Model 1 are must-haves. All the rest are possibles for me, though. Green Man, getting that. Spider-Fan, I need to get the current Silver Mark 1. And I'll probably get the gold one here along with the other Iron Man figures. I'm trying to build a Hall of Armor. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with that silver one. It's really, really good. Ryan, this should have been a Build-A-Figure way with Titanium Man. I feel like they could have done a Build-A-Figure way with this no problem because it's a solid lineup of figures, and I think everybody wants. Christopher Rose, deep clearance? I saw X-15 Buzz Lightyear ship on shelf for full retail the other day. Yikes. Tom Finn, yep, I'm in for all 6 retro Iron Man figures, instant pre-orders. David Thanos, not into Marvel Legends, but they look dope. Alpha Proto, forgot Deep Sea Iron Man. Because of Rose, Tea Time with Pepper, that might actually sell. It might. I still need one of her too, right? SlasherCon. I can see Hasbro taking the recent Avengers Anniversary 2-pack Hulk, giving him new pinless legs, sculpted with trunks, and making him green. That would be fine. That's all I really need. Christopher Bowles, Joffrey, did you become a toy tuber just so you could write off any purchases and reviews as a business expense? Be honest. No. I was doing Lyle's movie files with the guys and wanted to talk figures. That's really what happened. Phil Martinez, She-Hulk in Fantastic Four colors. I feel like we're going to get her soon enough. Ryan Daly, I'm still shocked we haven't gotten Madame Mash yet, especially since we got a fixed version of Viper, and, you know, that was the repainted version of her, so I am surprised. I feel like we would have gotten her too. Snake Eyes, I can't wait to get that She-Hulk and Iron Man Model 20. Christopher Bowes, oh, She-Hulk comes with a broken gun, which is a nice addition there. Spider fan, I might get the She-Hulk. When I think of her, I think of this version, the cool one, not the MCU She-Hulk, not the twerking version of She-Hulk. Come on. So that was it for Marvel Legends, baby. Solid, great reveals. Very happy with what we got. And I saw a few people asking this in the chat. So checks and notes. Pre-orders are going up April. Actually, let me do this. There's a bunch of pre-orders coming from Marvel over the next few days, starting Monday. Let me go through it here with my affiliate site, Entertainment Earth. It's starting to storm over here, so if I'm popping in and out, that's what's happening. And on Entertainment Earth, we got a bunch of pre-orders coming from Hasbro. April 2nd starts things off. Then we got April 3rd, Star Wars pre-orders. April 4th, the Joes, and more stuff. So it's a bunch of things coming up on April 4th, April 2nd, April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So get your wallets ready after this onslaught from this last week. Finish Bob. I'm glad the MCU Eternals are peg warmers. I'm picking them up at $8 a piece. And I'll be painting their skin blue to use as Kree. I can also pop some scroll heads on them. 2 races for 1 purchase. Christopher Bowes, if Hasbro wanted to make a profit off the She-Hulk show, they should release Walk of Shame Daredevil. Caleb Brown, hope Hasbro gives Crimson Dynamo the blob treatment and release him as a standalone. I mean, he's not that big that he needs a full deluxe figure like Titanium Man. But we'll see. I hope it's not too long before we get him. So, here we go. Now it's time for the other line that I thought was cool. Sorry, forgot about these reveals. Got O-Ring. Ghostbusters news. Ghostbusters are coming 3.75-inch O-Ring scale, so now you can finally have your team up of the Ghostbusters versus Cobra. La 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 la. So I think these are kind of fun. I'm interested in what their price point is, but I think these are worth at least taking a look at and picking up. Note Venkman has different legs, so I think that attention to detail is pretty cool. They look like they've got all the accessories they need. You can put them up with your Dukes of Hazzard 3.75-inch figures too. There you go. Fun, nice little addition there for those of you Ghostbuster fans out there. Ryan wants to know, where's my MCU Megan Thee Stallion? Exactly. Christopher says 4 Kenner re-releases on Hasbro Pulse sold out in about half an hour the other day. Which ones were they? All right, now it's for real time to get to your G.I. Joes. Not a lot of new stuff, and at least as far as I have checked, as of right this moment, I don't have the pictures from Hasbro. I just checked my email just to make sure, because I was going to pop them on real quick and do it if they were, but they're not yet. Snowglare, Ghostbusters would have fit right in with the old Joe cartoon. They would have. That would have been a fun crossover. Alpha Proto, I might get these O-Ring Ghostbusters. I'm a casual Ghostbusters fan, so these won't take up a lot of space. David says I just pre-ordered 2 Ultimate Outsider sets. Hey, yo, and now more in April. My wallet can't take this. Thank you, Ryan. Deadpool and Wolverine on Monday. April Fool's Day. Iron Man Wave on Tuesday, Star Wars Wednesday, and Joe and Transformers on Thursday. Thank you. I lost track. I tried to write down my notes and then they went all haywire. Yeah, I don't know where I put them. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate you for that. Speaking of G.I. Joes, let's get to them. We got Retro Card Beachhead, and he looks solid. He looks good, and looks like the pair I wanted. Hopefully, his chest piece, his vest, is not interfering with too much in terms of that movement for him. So hopefully, there we go. See how much bigger I can make that. Don't have the great photos yet from Hasbro, but Retro Beachhead looks awesome. Note his beret is back on his harness now, not a detachable piece. Looks like he's got the explosive device that Snake Eyes has and a green gun. Just in case you guys were worried, the McFarlane's cornered the market on colorful toys for figures. Let's take a look at the rest of the Joes. We've known most of these guys were coming already. Here's the actual non-rendered version. I guess it's not so much of a spoiler because we've already seen these figures. Retro Card, Snow Serpent, just more colors there, a little bit more, a little brighter colors. Then we got the Cobra Eel coming. So there you go there. Then the Hasbro Pulse exclusive classified Cobra Ferret, ATV, and Scout. So as we've seen with the Vamp, the vehicle on Hasbro Pulse might not stay in stock. Don't want to alarm you and press any panic buttons, but if you want it, you might want to put that pre-order in faster than some other stuff because as of right this moment, the Vamp is still sold out. Hopefully that won't be the case with the Ferret when it's time, so they want to get that pre-order in when it drops. Christopher Beachhead was always my favorite Joe. Yeah, he'd have been my favorite too if he used the right kind of deodorant. What do you mean? I don't use deodorant. That's what I'm saying. So we got them coming. Very excited to see those additions. And though the write-up for WonderCon said we're going to get some more name-only reveals and a bunch of Cobra reveals, and I guess that's what we got, we didn't get too many. Just one name-only Joe or figure, and that was Cobra Commander Once a Man version. So we're getting more G.I. Joe the movie love. We got Nemesis Immortal coming, so it makes sense to get some more G.I. Joe the movie characters. And I'm not quite sure which version of Cobra Commander we're going to get. Are we going to get him in this version? This would be kind of cool and tie into something currently playing out in non-figure stuff. Maybe this is the version we get of Once a Man, or probably a little bit more likely we get this version. But I'm kind of curious to see how they would do that. Once a Man with a snake and a ripped, tattered shirt outfit, maybe. Excuse me. Or we just have him wear a body where a Roadblock is holding him. In which case, we're going to need a better version of Roadblock. Maybe a retro Roadblock version 2. Bigger mold, got the white t-shirt and collar up. Because the one we got before is a little undersized and has that kind of little kid, oh, he's so cute, version of Roadblock. We need a manned up version of him. So we'll see what happens on that. All right, let's go through, see what the rest of your comments are before I get out of here for the night. Glenn Miller, neither Captain Ferret nor She-Hulk were part of the Toy Biz 90s Iron Man line. You're right. Tover Supreme, I'm all in for the Joes and a couple ferrets if the price is right. You con. Randall G says Ghostbusters looks awesome. We need a new firehouse as a HasLab. For Joe's, Beachhead is probably the only one I'll get. Got to scale back to get the Monday Night Wars figs. Hulk Hogan and Big Bubba figures. Yes. Christopher Rose, a YouTuber who may have missed out on the Vamp, put out a PSA asking people not to review it. I saw that. Marco Garcia, what's going on? How many CFs would you get? Cobra Ferrets would I get? Just one, basically, so Tomax and Zaymot can ride it. That, you know, this is sort of like my little kid mentality because I wasn't army building anything. Back then, it was I got one of every vehicle and basically of every trooper. So I'm going off getting armies, but I don't need a lot of vehicles over and over. I guess it depends on how big it looks too. I think it's a decent size, and I don't know if I need multiple ferrets. That's not a vehicle I would army build for Cobra. There are others, like the Flight Pod, Trouble Bubble. I have 3 of those. That's something more I would army build or vehicle build. I'm trying to think what else I would. I think everything else is, Ideally, I would have had more than one his tank, but you know, money being money, I only have one. Um, I would only want one Rattler. So yeah, I don't know. How many are you gonna get? Danny Rue, what's up, Jeff? I've been so busy. I haven't turned into the last. Missed you. Work has been crazy lately. Hopefully, work calms down and you can enjoy this weekend. I'm a proto. I was once a man with an alternate blind head. Hey, Jamelin, now you're talking. Don't look. Don't look at what? Ah, my eyes. Kind of feel like you should have listened. But yeah, that would be fun. I think maybe that's where they would go with it, a 2-pack of those two. Because I feel like Cobra Commander, you just release it with the rip shirt and the Cobra skin showing, or do you have them with like the snake tail and a Roblox 2-pack so you can carry them? We'll see. Oh, on that one, O-Ring Ghostbusters? Yes. Oh, here you go. That's the O-Ring Ghostbusters. So they went really classic old school to give us Ghostbusters. Christopher Rose, the DIC version of Cobra Commander was pretty cool. At least for the first Operation Dragonfire. And he was okay for the first season. The second season went all out of the trash. Hollow Knight 1. 3 Trouble Bubbles, regular Python. 2 regular, 1 Python. That way I could have one each of all the different head sculpts. So I used the drone head for my Python patrol, and then the black and the white one for the regular one. Christopher Rose, Iron Ken. A few people call their reviews needless or spam to make light of his PSA. Yeah, I saw people were putting that in the comments of mine. I was like, yeah, I know what it's about, but it's like, whatever. I mean, I'm sure they're going to re-release it later. Danny Rue, hey, Jeff, I'm wondering your opinion on something in chat. You too. Do you recommend single issues for comics or collective volumes? Omnibus is where I'll draw the line. Too chunky for me. I think it depends on how much space you have. The comic books eventually will take up a lot of space, whereas the trades are compact, no ads, which helps them. And you can fit a lot. My shelf is junky over there. I would show you my comic book trade display. And I just think it's easier to read them because you don't have to keep going through different comic books. That's my thought. Chat. Danny Rue wants to know what you think. All right, so that was all the reveals. What was your favorite thing that you saw today? For me, I kind of feel like it's a tie between Count Nefaria and She-Hulk and Whiplash. Why not? Let's say all 3. Those are really great in terms of Marvel Legends. McFarlane, clearly the Penguin was my favorite. G.I. Joe is kind of like, yeah, I mean, we knew all this stuff was coming. I guess Beachhead, because I have the eel, I have the snow serpent, so no real surprises with how they looked. The render on the ferret was pretty true to what we saw with the prototype, and the pictures being what they were. Can't get me so excited. I thought Hammerhead looked fun with the Black Series, and I think that was everything. And of course, Swoop. So I was really happy to see him. What were some of your favorites before I rack up and wrap this one up? Caleb Brown, 2 ferrets. That's it for me. And are you going to have different people riding them, or are you going to have like Scout driving both of your ferrets? G Brew, She-Hulk and the O-Ring Ghostbusters, and their Ecto 1. I'm going to need 2 of those Egons. I figured you would be excited about the Egon on that. Snowglare, trades or digital? I don't really like digital. I like being able to just turn the pages myself. I know some people need it for space, but not me. HoloNet 1, are they going to tigerize the Vamp and Ferret 2? I would assume so. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Maybe for everyone who missed out on the original color Vamp, Target will get the Vamp at $79, $89, since the Python Patrol was cheaper. Excuse me. Snake Eyes, Bat Tumbler, She-Hulk, Iron Man Model 20. Oh, Atom and Ghostbusters. Nice. Jibru, always looking for more Egons for the Egon shelf. Okay, it's nice to know. All right, well, I think that's everything. You guys don't have any other thoughts in terms of what your favorite reveals were for today? Wind it down here and take it easy. Get ready for some more videos. And I have my retro Duke that I need to shoot, so I'm very excited about that. And a Hot Toys figure that I'm also very excited to shoot. So, guys, thank you so much as always for tuning in, especially when you could be doing something else just as fun on a Saturday night. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And for now, that's it. I'll be back on as always with the guys on Lyle's Movie Files on Wednesday. Maybe doing a little WrestleMania preview in the midst of all that. And of course, back again for another Thursday Night Live. I will probably be doing something in between because there's so many pre-orders coming up with more pictures, with the glamour shots. So stay tuned. I'll be on throughout the week. You guys have a happy Easter, those of you who celebrate, and I'll see you all next week. For now, this episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.